All right. Hey, everybody. So I'm Desiree.
And I'm Darius.
And we are the co-founders of Young, Black, and Professional. So we're here every Friday to give you tips and advice on how you can land that job right out of college and how you can just succeed in the world as a young Black professional. So Darius, do you want to tell them what this week's topic is?
Yeah, so this week we're going to talk about the benefits of online conferences, and we're going to also talk about ways that you can network in these online conferences. We're starting to see a lot of organizations move to online conferences due to the virus and the pandemic and social distancing, and it makes it much easier to just have that conference online on a online platform like Microsoft Teams or Zoom. Some of the benefits of an online conference is that if you have any experience going to an in-person conference, then you would know that there's so many different sessions, and a lot of those sessions that are interesting, they're going on at the same time as another session that you want to attend. So one of the benefits is that a lot of these sessions are recorded, so you can always go back and look at those sessions and see the ones that you missed. And maybe even with your notes, if you miss some things, you can always go back and watch and pick up on the things that you left off at.
Yeah, so definitely some great benefits of attending, an online conference. I mean, just because, coronavirus is out there, COVID-19 is out there, does not mean you have to stop educating yourself and networking with other people and just building yourself up professionally. So the first thing we want to talk about when we're talking about conferences, online conferences, and networking in those online conferences is have your LinkedIn ready to go. When you're doing the online conferences, you're on the Zoom or whatever, you see someone talking, you see someone in the comments, and you may say, hey, I recognize that name as somebody in my field, somebody I kind of wanted to get to know. Send them a message. But then when you send them a message, be prepared to have your LinkedIn ready. It's just kind of the equivalent of having your resume and your business cards on hand, because whenever you go to an in-person conference, always have a resume with you, have multiple copies of your resume with you, as well as multiple copies of business cards if you have them. But since we're doing this on an online setting, have that LinkedIn in tip-top shape, because you want to send people that link, and when you send them that link, you want to see a professional headshot from you. They want to be able to download their resume. You never know, they might want to offer you a job. So just have that ready, have it, have a strong profile, and just have it ready to go.
Make sure that you engage with the speaker. Make sure you engage with all the participants, kind of like Desiree was saying, that are in that Zoom meeting or that Microsoft Teams meeting, because that's a great opportunity for you to send them a message, connect with them, talk about some of the issues that you guys may be having or some of the challenges and ways that they may combat them compared to the way that you combat them in your organization. So that's a great thing to look at. And also, you should always treat these online sessions as if it's an in-person conference. You should make sure that you're on time getting into the meeting so that you don't miss anything. And you should also make sure that your Wi-Fi, that's very important, that it's in great condition. You should always test and always have a backup plan for if for some reason your internet isn't working. Maybe you can go down the street to the library or somewhere like that so that you can still gain access to these sessions.
Another thing that I would encourage you guys to do is to look up the people that are attending the conference with you. Usually you can see just a list of who's all on the attendee sheet, and like I said, don't be scared to private message them. Don't be scared to send comments and questions to the person presenting, because you want your name remembered. Even if it's just an online conference, it's just an online session that you're in, you want to be able to ask questions and then follow up after the meeting too. This is how you get remembered. This is how you build connections. This is how you network. You follow up, you keep the conversation going. So that's definitely something that you want to do during that time. And another thing I will say too is we live in the age of social media. Social media is out there. People are using it and leveraging it. And conferences are no different. If you've been to a conference, you will know that all of them now, they have hashtags that they want you to use. And, you know, just behind the hashtag, that's how they count how many people were engaged via social media and just getting the name out there a little bit. But even when you're in this online virtual space, tweet, use their hashtag. Say, I'm loving this speaker on such and such topic, hashtag whatever conference, whatever hashtag they say. So do that. Let people know that you're in attendance and that you're getting some great things out of it.
Right, and just like Desiree said, with engaging with the speaker and asking questions, a lot of times those questions that you ask, the majority of the group was thinking the same thing. And they want to ask that question, but for some reason they may have been shy, or they may think that it's a stupid question. And no question is a stupid question.
No question is stupid.
Especially when you're in a conference and you're in a learning environment. So keep that in mind. And Desiree, you got anything else?
I will say, oh yeah. So guys, turn your camera on when you're in an online conference setting. So if you're in Zoom or something, turn your camera on. Let them see your face. Dress nicely, at least, you know, from the top half, so they can see your face and know that you're there and you're present. Because I guarantee you, a lot of people are going to have their cameras turned off. You're going to have their faces blocked out. However, when the speaker is looking out and they're just kind of looking through everything, they see your face, they probably going to remember your face, especially when you start to say, hey, I want to ask a question, and you got your camera on. So definitely doing that. If you're at a job and you're working now, definitely make sure that you have your camera on and that you're looking engaged, and that, you know, they can see you, and people want to see your face. They want to, you know, not feel like they're just talking to a blank screen, even though there are people behind it. You want that. You want some head nods. You want, you know, some little engaging type stuff to go on.
Yeah, I agree. That engagement and them knowing that you're paying attention and listening to them, it speaks volumes, especially to the speaker. And also, when you are engaging with the speaker and you have your video on during the conference, I mean, they're gonna remember that face. So when you send that LinkedIn invite, they're gonna feel like they know you to some extent, and it's gonna be easier for them to see it and connect with you. So that's one thing to think about. My last tip before we close out is that before the session starts, be the one to ask that question. Will the slides be available prior or after the session is over? And ask them if you'll be able to go back and look at the recordings, just to make sure. That way you won't have to spend all your time making sure you write down each note that's on the slide, instead of actually paying attention to the speaker and engaging with them.
Yeah, that's a good idea. And you know, one more thing that I did want to mention, our career cheat sheet. It is free. It is ready for you guys to download right now, and we offer you a lot of tips on how to revamp your social media to make it a little bit more professional, like you want a job and you want employers to see it, and then also just kind of some tips on how to strengthen your LinkedIn to make it, you know, a little bit more marketable and more ready and more appealing to potential employers. But I think that's all the tips I got for, you know, for this week. What about you?
Yep, I think that's it.
All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning in and listening. Definitely like this video, subscribe to this video, leave us some comments. Follow us on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, where we're giving out a lot of tips just on a daily basis via those social media sites, because we want you to succeed in life. Just like, you know, we've had people hold out their hand to help us along the way, and we want to be there for you guys to hold out our hand and help you guys. So thank y'all for listening. Download our career cheat sheet. It's on our website. It's on our social media website, so definitely download that, get those tips and use them, and let us know how you guys like them.
Right, and if you see this video on Facebook, make sure you share it, let your friends know what we're doing. We would like to help them as well.
Yep. All right. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.